First, what up, Dota? Let's see here. That looks good over there. My video is not on? Why is that? Okay, that's better. That was weird. I've gone through face cam. That all looks good. Weird. Okay, whatever. So I would touch my gout. Oh no, not gout. Alright. So we figured this out yesterday that the problem was Google Sheets, and I think we fixed it at the end of stream. So I think this is good. What was the last thing I pushed yesterday? Should have left a breadcrumb, failing test. I think I got to the point where it was done now. I think I just need to come in here and clean up my spans a little bit. Drink alcohol. Chat isn't today either. Why is this getting all wonky? Try chatting again. Let me try writing a test comment. There we go. Weird. I'm not sure if that's OBS or Twitch. Screwing up. Let's see here. Am I ready to come home for Christmas? Yeah, okay. Drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas. What up, Russ? There's a delay. Why would there be a delay? Everything looks good on my end. All right. Come on, Nix. That's gonna be a chunky upgrade. All right, so we'll just go over Brazil, not Brazil, R10, and we'll do a reset and clear. Vim in here, and we'll finish updating our spans. Partition rows. You can move this back out. Okay, that all looks good. We can move you back out too. Parse row. Those all look good. We can probably move you two out. That'll be good there. Get row type. All right, that looks good. Is he doing something on the shared screen? Hold on. Is this all frozen? What is happening with my shit today? Why? Hold on, chat. I'm sorry. There's all sorts of issues going on here. Okay, there's that. And then our song queue is borked. There we go. Good lord. All right, now we're in business. All right, that looks good. And we know this works now, and we wrote this query that we have to figure out how to get into Drizzle, which we can probably, at worst, use the raw SQL execution. Could get okay. Let's see if Drizzle can support common table expressions. Kind of doubting it, but we'll find out. You can do CTEs in Drizzle? Let's go. Could also use a view. Ah, here it is. With SQ. All right, I say we make a we'll just make a normal view, I guess, right? So let's go to let's yoink this SQL actually. Yoink, and then we'll switch over to Vim. Go to our DB here, drizzle schema. Go ahead and paste that in, and we'll make that a comment, and we'll try to. I personally just do DB run. I don't know what you said, Kraut. We get Esther. So I think we can do, let's see here. Let's just say PG view. Doesn't need to be materialized, and we'll just say, let's call it foobar for now, or we'll call it aggregated performance metrics, and that gets a second item. And where were we doing the width? So we can get rid of that, and we can go here. We say width, and this is what starts the common table expression. We'll just do the same thing, I guess. And then we can do, let's bump that down to the next row, get rid of that. Dot as, and then our first query is is that what we want? What syntax are you talking about, Shreyas? I'm well. Thank you for the assist, Kraut. thought there was documentation on each database. No, I don't want tempo. You don't need to put the column names in the schema. I don't know. Like integer just works. Oh. And what, do you just use like commas or something? All right. Well, either way, I'm not super worried about that at the moment. I just want to get this written. It looked like one of these did what I wanted down here. No, you're all good. All right. You get the DB. I don't love this syntax. All right, we go in here and we'll say, we'll just do const underscore equals db dot $ width, and we'll say reports, and then this is going to have dot as, and then we'll do db dot select, and we're going to select, I need a concat. What's the syntax? I forget the syntax from this every time. Select from, and we're going to select from performance metrics reports. Performance metric report. I didn't see any trees in your system. You're not going to make it? Yeah. Unfortunately not. I was dealing with a freaking super generic tree structure yesterday that made me want to eat a gun. I don't know if you guys saw that tweet. Third-party API I'm working with at work is one of the most annoying schemas I've ever seen in my entire life. Every field is optional, so it's like a protobuf, but then it's like unioned with a string, and it's recursive on 2 different fields. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so hard to work with. Oh, it's so bad. It comes from, let me see if I don't think I have it on this. comes from OpenSRS, which is Vercel's domain registry, and this like represents when you actually I can just show you a good example. OpenSRS .arrow TLD policy. So when you buy a domain, sometimes there is additional information that needs collected and stored beyond just like the owner, the admin, the tech, the contact stuff, basically. Sometimes there's extra stuff. So Arrow, for example, requires that you collect the eligibility and name selection ID and password, which I have no, that must be like some aviation, I don't know, authority, and you need to submit that. So the way that OpenSRS and Tucos stores this information is like this stupid generic structure. Where'd it go? What up, Steven? Happy, not quite New Year on my end yet, but Happy New Year. Yeah, it's so dumb. So they store it like this, where every field, they can be text fields, or they can be like option selects, but then the option selects can cause other fields to be displayed, which is how this children in options comes into play. It's so annoying. All right. Back to this though. All right, so we're going to select from performance metric reports. Where do I select my columns that I want? In here, we want we'll just call this PK, and can I do a concat? PG core concat, and then we want, I assume I give it 2 columns, the tables, right? We'll give it performance metric row dot month and performance metric row dot year. Yeah, I get it. You're unhappy. It's okay, we're gonna be okay. And then we're gonna get I guess we can start with that. We'll go ahead and get the report ID. That's fine. Performance metric row report dot ID. From performance metric that, and we're going to do a dot inner join performance metric row dot what is it, equal, and the equal is performance metric report dot ID and performance metric row dot report ID. And then we don't need the user ID. We do need to like group by user ID, I guess. Maybe. What up, Buffy? Whoever queued this song, you okay? I feel that this is aggressive. 20 more seconds. I'm almost positive it was Kraut. And I can confidently say that Kraut is not okay. Let's see here. Data grip. So if we want to get this for every user, what happens if we run this? It should already be grouped. We shouldn't have any collisions on user, right? So if we like, does report have user ID on it? User ID, yeah, it does. Why didn't that grab the user ID? Select, oh, because we want user ID. Comma, I'm about to just have ChatGPT write this. Or report. Or I might just use the SQL. Because then we would get user ID. There we go. Because the rows are joined on report ID and those, oh, what happened? What do we really want here? We want so we get the ID, report ID. Let's say this is, we don't even need you. Period end, we don't need you. Might be useful to have that there. This is report ID as report ID. What a format. Can we get a row ID? As report ID. We don't need you. As user ID. And then let's get the report row ID. Row ID. Row.id as row ID. Then we come down here, and this is report ID. And we want a row ID. We can actually start this by user, right? What is the format? Row ID. Order. Okay, so we do need period end. Okay, we need period end up here. Report period end. Shit. Where's my work laptop? Chat, I have to go look at something for work real quick. I don't think it's a big deal. Hold on. I just got pinged on a incident. I just have to make sure that it's not domains related. Of course, it's DNS, or there's a theory that it might be DNS, but I don't think it's DNS. All right, I have to go just check something. This will take me like 5 minutes tops to verify. I mean, if it is something DNS related, I might have to stop streaming and take care of it. Be right back. Triaging a Vercel 2. But I don't think it is based on what I'm seeing and reading here. I'll be right back.
Functions describe the world.
No issue. At least I don't think so. I think somebody just screwed up potentially their third-party DNS, or another person had a bad Chrome plugin. Classic. This should be report period end. Okay, order by. What do we really need here? We have report ID, row ID, and then we want, I guess, user ID too might be useful. Yeah. And what is it? Option Command L. Option Command L. Is that right? Guess so. It's a chunky boy. All right, let me catch up on chat here. Aren't you on vacation? No, I'm working. Can't even follow Steve on FK. Thank you for the follow. More news. Appreciate you. It's always DNS. It was not DNS this time. Well, I don't think it was DNS unless they have weird DNS set on third party, which it's possible, but I don't think so based on the dig commands I was looking at. All right, so this gets us. We really want to order by report period end, and then in here we want to not comma, order by user ID, and then report ID. I think that's the full query. And really, we can throw the PK in just for debugging. Yeah. And then really, we don't need to, we would order by user ID and then PK rather than report. All right, I'm nexting this. Can you do a level order graph traversal? I don't know. Probably. Let's see if I don't know if let's see how good AI is at doing drizzle. Convert this to a drizzle view. Okay, do I not have that on my clipboard? Here is my drizzle schema. Yoink. Any other degenerates here who always think of Aqua Teen Hunger Force whenever they hear drizzle? I can't say that's me. I don't know what, I feel like I've heard Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but I don't know what it is. Ha! What up, Leo? Yeah, a little bit. Last stream of the year, I guess it is. Unless I end up streaming tonight, which I doubt it. So we can possibly get rid of this. Alright. This was incorrect. Type string is not assignable to I declared Vim bankruptcy earlier today and rewrote it all in Lua. Let's go. I actually just found a really cool Lua thing. A little bit earlier. I think it came off Hacker News. I can't remember where I found it, but check this out. Someone implemented some types and pattern matching in Lua using meta tables. Vercel has a ton of Lua. Lua is super, super important at Vercel. Did I give this thing the error? I have no idea, but it powers our proxy, which is like one of the most important parts of our stack. There's a lot of Lua. So what, can I make this SQL? This is so annoying. Something tells me this is just hallucinating. Yeah, I told you it was hallucinating. See if it got this one right. I doubt it. I'm just gonna have to write this myself. All right, let's go just read the docs. My poke you once I have a prototype of this ML the Luolang. Lua is lit every so Lua is crucial for backend scripting. Yeah, Leo, you're right. Yeah, we're using it for Nginx. Can I just give this thing raw SQL? I hate this. With raw SQL. Yes, that's what I want. SQL. Okay. Okay. We can do this. So they say they come in here, they do PG view, they give it the columns they want. Get this noise out of here for now. I'll just say paste that there. GC that. Come in here, and the columns we want are let's put data grip to our side. And then we'll go in here and we get the, I don't know, we'll just do PK, which is going to be, how do we do this over here? Okay, that's fine. We just do text, and we'll call it PK, not null. And then we want user ID. User ID is going to be text, and that will be user ID dot not null. And then we want report ID. And then I think it's report row ID, right? Report ID, PK, yeah. Really, we want the rest of the row too. So let's grab row dot star.
Functions describe the world.
I wish I could do like a rest. Have you tried native inlay hints? Yeah, I have native inlay hints. I can toggle them on by doing leader IH for inlay hints. What do I use for that pretty autocomplete? This autocomplete here. Let me go look at my config. That's going to be plugins, auto pairs, and complete. Oh, great. Neovin. Oh, there it goes. I use just CMP. And then, yeah, this file will. Let me just grab you the link. And C. And then for inlay hints, the sources for my autocomplete are right here. And then I use LSP kind. That gives me like the icons. I can't get autocomplete here. Yeah, you can see that like it has LSP, buffer, path. Yeah. And then inlay, toggle inlay hints. That's how I toggle. I could probably set up snacks to do that. I prefer tmux for now until Ghosty has native like session restore, and I need like the sessions. Like this is important to me, to my workflow right now. Like I have a bunch of windows grouped by session, and I find that important. So until I can find a workflow that resembles that, I don't think I'm gonna be able to basically what am I saying? Switch. Okay. I really don't want to go grab all the fields here. So maybe we just do a join, because this isn't going to happen often and there's never going to be a ton of data. So like doing a join isn't that big of a deal. And like this gives us everything we need anyways. So then we do as, and then we get SQL, and we can drop that in there. And then I think we can just take this. Everybody ever lost in San Diego. In fact, we want to come over here. Hold on. That's not the right SQL. PK, user ID, row ID. Why is report ID upset? Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be the same anyways. Why is that ambiguous? How do we have this before? Okay, sure. All right, that's what we need there. Yoink. Over to here. Can add a layer of issues sometimes for me to abandon tmux since it's so portable. Today I'm struggling between different terminal emulators and detaching from the same tmux session. What up, Sam? Can't code. Yeah, same. Data grip is just so good. I love data grip. It's such a polished product. Do we think this works? I have no idea if this is gonna work or not. Oh god. We can try, right? Let's actually go up to, no, that should work. Test.ts. We'll go in here and then let's, what do we call it? It was called latest monthly reports. Dot factory1 db dot select dot from latest monthly reports. Const results equals await. We'll use bun to run this. And then we'll just console.log yason.stringify results null 2. And we can close that. Change into source drizzle. And then we'll do a little bun test.ts. And we got an error. Okay, great. Relation latest monthly reports does not exist. It's a view. Can I not select from a view? What are we missing here? We create a view. What is existing? When you're provided with a read, you should use all right. Let's try that. Or wait, what'd they do? Declaring existing views. No, that's not what we want. How do I query from a view then? It might. Oh, I guess I have to run a migration. Okay, sure. Bun run drizzle generate. Very good. All right. Funny George Stacy. All right. Alter table checkout session. Oh yeah, that's fine. This actually seems okay. Bun run drizzle migrate. Error. Great. All right, so we'll try getting rid of that one. All right, migrations were applied successfully. So that means our view should show up in data grip, right? We should see a view somewhere in here. Views. This looks good. Okay, I think that actually worked. So if I come in here then and we run that script again, where was that? Oh man, my freaking back hurts. Where was the script? Right here. And we go, let's just do bun run source slash drizzle slash test. Report row ID does not exist. Ah, because it's called row ID there. All right, what do we frack up then? Report row ID as row ID. All right. We might have to rerun our drizzle generate. Nothing to migrate. Great. Actually, that might be fine, right? Yep, there it is. Nice chat. Would you look at that? We've got a nice row to query against. We can join against this now. Sweet. Add latest. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that name, but okay. Let's see here. So we've got that now. You can delete this bit. Okay. And then in front, why is this all fucked up? Thought we fixed the problem where it was loading bash instead of fish. Alright, delete that file, that's good. Get out of here. We can get rid of concat. Just commit those. -am, right quit all, git push, force with lease. Okay, back to front, and now we need to, wow, we have a lot of, what is this? Payment page, right. We want to get to the point where we need when a new user onboards. So let's go through the flow right now. Let's just delete our dev database, and we're going to create a new user, and we're going to go through the full flow. So delete user, nuke this. I should really write a script to nuke. As a guy who's done lots of front-end dev, how much of the complexity that people complain about do you think is just inherent to the problems that need to be solved if you want a modern web app? How much of the complexity that people always complain about? I have not used effect on the... I've used effect helper methods and modules on the front end, but I haven't used the effect runtime yet. I think... I have some thoughts about this, Nix. Let me gather my thoughts for a second. I think that people, so when you're saying, could you be a little bit, could you clarify what you mean just a little bit when you say people complaining about complexity? Like, what complexity do you mean Or I guess, like, what people in particular are you thinking of? Or kind of people or complaints? What up, Nil? Sorry, I was trying to read your name. All the letters blurred together there. Mentioned by Nate Codes on Twitter. Oh. The frameworks with a bunch of components, build full system, just the whole React thing, basically. Yeah. So, I think, oh man, I don't even know where to start with this. I think that to build the kind of apps, web apps that people are expecting nowadays, that you need something like React beyond a simple app. I think things like PPR are super important. I think being able to mix server-side rendering and client-side rendering in a cohesive model is important. I think Svelte and React both do this well. I think initially React and Next, the rollout of React server components was confusing and could have been handled better. But I think we're now at a point where the abstractions and the APIs and the content to learn it is much better. And the things that they enable are incredibly hard to do without them. And I'm really thinking PPR. PPR is such a game changer. I think that React and frameworks like it are important to scaling applications at an engineering organization level, on top of being able to scale at a technical level. I think the argument about build tools is silly and dumb. I know Spiro likes to harp on this all the time, but I think it's such a weak argument. Like, as soon as you get into any engineering org that isn't a small startup or a mom and pop shop or a basic app that doesn't have a lot of complexity, like, as soon as you grow into multiple engineering teams and multiple products, like, it necessitates having build process and CI/CD. And once you pay that cost, like, it's there, and it's like a one-time cost, generally speaking. I mean, there's maintenance burdens, of course, but the tools are so much better than they used to be. I don't know. I think the hate for front end is misplaced and misguided. Does that kind of answer? Feel free to question me on any of that, because I can keep going. Because I was getting frustrated listening to another streamer last night talk about this stuff. People that like to complain about it and say things like HTMX are the solution and you don't need anything more complicated than that haven't worked at large scale. And I don't mean technical scale or user scale. I mean, like, engineering org scale. Like, when you're working in an engineering org with 1,000, 10,000, 20,000 developers there, like, no build HTMX does not work. It does not fly. It's not going to work. Yeah. That's my take. All right. So we have this. Yeah, we're deleting users. Sorry, I got distracted. Oh, dude, there's an ad running. Shit. All right, let's get this all cleared. Nuke that. Nuke the job queue. I think you can make plenty complicated and UX rich apps with, you know, like no build and HTMX or, you know, any of these other tools out there. But at some point, it stops scaling. And I think it stops scaling first at an organization and team level rather than a technical level. But I think it eventually does fall apart at a technical level as well. Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. I think it as much of a cop out answer as it is, as it depends. It truly does depend, right? Like if you're a small startup and your core product isn't necessarily like a SaaS web app, then HTMX is probably more than fine. But if you're a Fortune 500 and you have 250 engineering teams where each team has 10 engineers on it, and you need to use common shared design systems and components and all that stuff, like you're going to have build systems and you're going to want to embrace a framework with, you know, some sort of shareable, reusable component model. I can imagine the cognitive load involved in working on a 20-person HTMX code base. Man, I'm working on a project with the dot and backend with shared TypeScript bindings using OpenAPI.
The world.
Schema hot reload. Yeah, Sally, I've worked in similar setups where when I was working at my OCaml job, we had a tool where we would define our services and data models in protobufs, and then we wrote this OCaml tool that would generate endpoints in OCaml, data models and serializers and deserializers in OCaml, and then would also generate TypeScript types, SWR hooks, and Zod parsers, all from the proto definition. It was freaking amazing. It was so good. All right, user sessions, that's clear, that's clear, that's clear. Checkout sessions, everything, I think we're all clear. Yeah, assessment stays. All right, great. So when we sign up with a new user, let's first go and make our admin user. So we have a script to make an admin user. And that is, where is this thing at? Is it this one? Yeah, seed user. And we can, why is this upset? Uninstall. Dots. This must be our old stuff. I don't think this is actually the new scripts. I think the scripts live at the top level. Yeah, here it is. Add admin. We want to add coach, actually. So let's go in here and we'll just say we'll go to R10 and we'll do bun run. What is this script? Why is this lagging so bad? Bun run, add user, and we'll make our coach, right? And we'll say email is going to be dylan.mulroy. We'll do a plus admin at, or this would be coach, at, where's my at symbol? Oh my god, at gmail.com. All right, and that looks good. All right, so we should be able to log in as a coach then. Let's test that. Come over localhost. We need to run it on localhost. That might help. We also need to start our job queue. I don't think that's running on fly right now. Yeah, it's not. We should redeploy. Fly deploy. No cache. I think even somebody like Prime agrees with that mentality. As much as he's kind of famous for hating React, I think his main point with HTML and non-JS framework stuff is sometimes you don't need all that. I totally agree. I don't disagree at all. But I think the dismissal of React as being just this over-engineered, complicated piece of crap that nobody needs is totally just wrong. I don't think that's true at all.
Functions describe the world.
Thank you for the follow, John. Appreciate you. As soon as this gets done deploying, we will walk through this full flow. The thing we need to make today is refactor. We did this. That's done. We need to add a flow for the coach to approve a prospective client. So once a prospective client goes through their onboarding assessment and uploads their initial performance metrics, we need a flow in the app for a coach to go through and essentially review it and approve it. So we have some components for that already. We just gotta add like the approval mechanisms. So 2 pieces of state have to be updated when a coach reviews a onboarding assessment. So if we look at our database model, we have this onboarding status. And so they'll verify their email, they'll take their initial assessment, they'll upload their metrics, they end up in review. So once the coach reviews it, we'll progress the onboarding status to payment. And the other thing that needs to change is on the assessment, or the user assessment, excuse me. There should be, or not the assessment, metrics upload. There is a piece of state that indicates whether an individual report has been reviewed. Yeah, pending review. So we'll have to progress that piece of state to reviewed. And once those 2 things happen, we'll do that in a transaction. Then the user should be able to pay and get into their dashboard. Yeah. All right, did this deploy? Yeah, great. So let's go back to our front package, pn, or we'll do bun run dev. Kick off the dev server, great. And we should be able to log in as our coach. Let's just make sure that's true. come in here, Dylan.Mulroy plus, damn it, didn't finish. Plus coach at gmail.com, foobar, sign in. That should kick me to a coach view. Yep, great. Great. So now if we log out, we should be able to sign up. And if I sign up as, I don't know, Nate Codes, 717-867-5309, and we'll do Dylan.Mulroy plus client at gmail.com, foobar. I think I fucked that up. Foobar. Enter verification code. Okay, let's go grab our verification code. Just grab that. Damn it. Or we'll just go from here. Verify code. How many years have you been in the business? We'll say 5. Let's just say I'm managing 35 households. Outcomes you're working for. We'll just say that increased PLI policies sold. From your perspective, I don't know, foobar. Go through this. Great. This should kick me to here. We upload our metrics. I don't know why that didn't work. It like reloaded there. Should probably figure out what happened there. Okay, so then that kicks to there, and then this is where we end up logging into our coach dashboard, and we have to review that stuff. Let's see here. I'm going to run to the bathroom, quick chat, and start my next cup of coffee. When I get back, we'll pick up on this exact piece of data, and we'll figure out what it looks like for a coach to actually review this and complete it. So I'll be right back in a couple.
Functions describe the world.
Hello, Mr. Danville. All right. What are your thoughts on Phoenix Live View? I think Phoenix Live View is pretty cool. What up, Dave? How we doing, buddy? All right, so if we were to log in and look at this from the coach's perspective now, command shouldn't that open? Here we go. We go to localhost, and we log in as the coach. We'll do, that's weird. Whoops, it's not what I wanted. Yo, what are we listening to? Alright. Really good, man. Last day of the year. Chilling, to be honest. Hell yeah. Well, Happy New Year, brother. What was it? It was plus coach at gmail.com. Foobar. Yeah, check that out. Look, we got the activity. Natecode's signed up. Natecode's verified their email. Natecode's completed their onboarding assessment. Does this work if I click that? No, of course not. That would be too convenient. Metrics report. That's okay. That should work. I don't know why that's not working. I think we might have broke. Ooh. I forgot we built that. I don't know what's supposed to load in this view. Okay. Clients. That's also, oh, right, because it's a perspective. We should fix that. All right, let's fix this view because this needs to show, this needs to show perspective clients too. R10 is a coaching tool for a financial advisor to coach other financial advisors. All right, so let's go fix that query quick. So that's going to be under routes, or yeah, how do we get up here? Where we at? Front? Yeah. And then we want to go to source, routes, authenticated, main, coach, clients, page.server. This query is get client users, right? We could execute them in parallel. Why did I have to cast this? Let's go to this and see what this is. Get client. So let's go ahead and make another prepared statement. It's get client and perspective. What was it, in? Can I not use an in statement where user role is in? Isn't that a valid Postgres thing? Yo, want to propose me for the internal podcast? Who I need to bribe? I'll throw your name in there. You should just invite G onto your podcast. He'd probably do it. Or even you could probably even maybe get Tomo. Especially because Tomo helped make React. That would be really good. Guillermo in Spanish? That'd be wild. Is this the Excel crunching project? Yeah. Yep. I just got totally distracted on what I was doing. If I talk with Tom, I hire him. No, if you talk with Tom, we hire you, Dave. That's how that works. Listen, as the day Vercel can hire in Spain, you will be working at Vercel and you don't have a choice. Like, that's just how it's gonna go. I hope you know that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for schema, query, Postgres. I just want to data types. No, I want selecting sequences, views, row level, querying. There's got to be query. Here we go. Filters equals not equal. Okay, great. Not equal, greater than, greater. It. Oh, that's not it. That's less than. Lol. Exist, is null, is not null. In array. Okay, so that's what I wanted. I mean, we could also do an or. Right, we could probably do or. Yeah. User role client as const. This is probably an array, right? It's either going to be an array or a spread. Where's or? Command F or. Great, very good. Nailed it. Okay, so it just takes, yeah, okay, we can get rid of that, and this will be EQ. And then we can give it another EQ, user.role, and it would be prospective client. I don't even think we need that as const. Yeah, we don't. All right. Like that, do that, do that, and then we go back here, change that to be this. Whoops, double posted. Okay, if we go back to our coach, we should see, yep. All right, we probably want like a / onboarding. I don't know why this, we should see if this is supposed to load anything. It doesn't look like it is because I'm not seeing any errors. I also don't know where this rate limit logging is coming from. Rate limiter. Yeah, I have no idea of where that logging is coming from. Limit response. I have no idea where that's coming from. Const. It's got to be logging internally, which is kind of annoying. The negotiation will be done. Don't care about the money, but I know camel. Listen. Me and you can start a full OCaml team at Vercel, and it will be the greatest thing in the world. We can rebuild the back end of domains in OCaml, and it'll be great. Okay, I have no idea where this log is coming from, but okay. Back to where we were at here. So we get the clients on this page, which is technically this page. And then we want to look at the individual client. There's nothing there. ID, page.server. We get onboarding scale answers. Thanks, Boo. Appreciate you. Oh, I think my webcam is getting blinded by light right now. Yeah, it is. All right. So it doesn't look like we're grabbing the rest of the answers for this page, and that's probably okay for now. But we do want that, and then we want another route, and this should be onboarding. We grab that. You can probably copy that, paste that there, delete that, yeah, in here. This will be the user ID, and we want to basically get all of the what do we want here? Yeah, that's okay. We basically want, let's do a prepared statement to get just like the entire onboarding assessment. What do we have in here? We have get client users, get client and prospective users, get onboarding scale answers by user ID, get onboarding assessment by user ID. That might be useful. What does this actually grab us? User assessment. Okay. What we really want is a query, get onboarding assessment questions by user ID. We do want that. What's the plan for New Year's celebration today? I don't know what we're gonna do tonight. New Year's for me is until tomorrow. Sorry, chat, about the sun going right into my webcam. I realized that you can't see me. Let's see here. So we can get, do we need anything? Off the actual assessment is the question. User assessment. Assessment completed at. I don't think there's anything there that we need. Assessment question. We do need the assessment really we need the assessment answers. Do I join the answer? Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. So we can use this. We want this one for sure. Let's go back and onboarding. And here we want to, let's just delete all of this. This is going to be the client ID or user ID, client ID. And then in here we'll get, what did we say it was? Queries. This one. Come in here and we get const assessment await get onboarding by user ID, and then we need to pass user ID is going to be the client ID. What do you mean it's not callable? This is gonna be something like dot, yeah, there we go. Execute, and then we pass it a user ID, which will be the client ID. Now we have this, yep. There's the assessment and all the answers. And then we want to get the metric report. So we need to write a query for that. Or a prepared statement, I mean. And let's make sure we don't already have something in here. Get activity, get, no we don't. Okay, so let's drop. We'll say export const get onboarding performance metric, or I guess get performance metrics report. Say onboarding performance metrics report, and that's going to equal db.select.from performance metric report and we're going to do a join, left join performance metric row EQ, and we'll do performance metric report dot ID and performance metric row dot report ID. And then we want to order by performance metric report dot. There should be no way in this case for a user to get more than one of these uploaded, but just in case, we're gonna order by basically the created at date and then limit 1. Is it desk? Is that how we do that? How do I do this? Do I do any other order ats in here? Order by depth. Oh, it's a function. That makes sense. Should actually be ascending. And then limit 1 dot prepare. And we'll give this name. Yanking word. Oh, we need another where by user ID. By user ID. Yanks random word, give that in quotes. And now we need a dot where. And we're gonna say user for performance metric report dot user ID. This needs to be wrapped in an EQ. That needs a comma. This is gonna be SQL dot placeholder. And this will be user ID. There we go. So that should get us the oldest report. So let's yoink that, come back over here, and we'll do this dot import that, and then execute, and we'll grab the user ID, same deal. User ID will be client ID, and this can be a promise, and this can be a promise, and then we can await, get rid of that await. Await promise dot all assessment promise and metric report promise. And then over here, we can destructure that array and get out our assessment and our report. And we can send that to the UI, assessment, and report. Oh, we should... That's probably okay. It's a lot of duplicated data. All right, let's see if we at least can get that to the UI. We'll make a page.svelte. Come in here and we'll add a script. Slash script, and we'll get data equals, what is it, page. Is that not how we do that? Props. And that should, let's just do an inspect on that. Inspect data, and then we'll just render like a h1 hello world. Inspect. Okay. Let's see if we can get that loaded. Why would we be getting... Oh, because we killed the dev server. That makes sense. And now we should be able to do a slash onboarding on here. Why? Onboarding, page.svelte. What did I do wrong? Oh, it needs a plus.
TikTok shop got me again.
What TikTok shop get you with? Why? Why would you order that? That's
It's for
so...
Jess.
That's so stupid.
It's so perfect for Jess, though.
It's so stupid.
Can I show chat?
Go for it.
Wait, how can I see if they can see? I'm worried about a glare. No, it's not naughty. It's hilarious and everyone should go buy one. I hope you can see this. I don't know if you can see this. Please go buy it. And be like my friend Jess. Who I got this for. I don't know what he said. I can't read. What is that? Yes, it sure is. With a taco. I've got a Taco Bell. That's all. I just had to show you. It was only $7.
Oh, I think we're not rendering the child.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Okay, bye.
Bye. So this really needs a layout, right? A layout dot svelte that really just renders children, probably. Which that broke. Right, because it's not rendering children. So we need our script. And close up that. And then we grab our do const children equals $ props. And then we just render at render children. There we go. And we can actually close this, v-split this, go into our page.svelte. We can take that and put that there, grab this div, put that there. Yeah, there we go. And now, hopefully when we go to onboarding, this just works. Onboarding. Why is that redirecting? Do I need to put a slot in the page? Not a slot. What do they call it? No. What am I doing wrong here, chat? Back to this. Layout. Yeah, that's fine. I don't understand why this routing's not working. So we hit here. We drop into handle redirects. And we drop into handle coach. Ooh, we might be hitting this. If the route ID is null or the route ID equals just straight up main/client. Okay, if the route ID is that, we redirect to clients. Otherwise, we resolve the event. Like, I would imagine we console.log. We should see this, right? We should see that log. And if I do onboarding, we see onboarding. But why do we get redirected to this view? /onboarding. /onboarding. Why did we get redirected? Like, it's already redirected. No, this isn't my portfolio. This is an app for a client. Why would we see that? Do we have a redirect somewhere else in our routes, login, onboarding, authenticated, hooks, utils, hooks.server, hooks.server, utils, page? That's those are fine. Signups fine. Those are fine. Payments are fine. So there's no other redirects. Ah, right there it is. Yep. Yep. Routes, authenticated. So we'll do starts with. This would be changed with starts with, and it would be slash authenticated, and then slash onboarding. And now this should get us to the right spot. This should not redirect anymore. Slash onboarding. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's our assessment. And we should have an answer on here. Response, yep. Great. And then the other bit that we should have is our report. But for some reason, we only got one ID. All right, so our query is screwed up. Does this need to be an inner join? No, still wrong. Winnie. All right, what is... We're going to take the report. We're going to join on the row where this shouldn't matter. We're joining on the row where the report ID equals this ID. Oh, we're limiting one. That's why. Right. We're going to need to do a sub select, which is insanely annoying. Because we need the report ID This is right. We just need to fix this query. I think we need to use having here. We need to group by, it's like group by performance metric report dot ID, and then we need to do, what is it, dot having.
Functions describe the
Calling this
world.
method. How do we do havings here? The syntax of having always confuses me. Joins, filters, select, having, aggregations. I actually think I need to, oh, thank you for the follow, by the way, Obi. Fuck. I just got page chat. We gotta wrap up. I didn't even know I was on call. We only had 10 minutes left anyways. Okay, let's go raid. Who are we following that's on? We raided Jameis yesterday. Spiro's going right now. Low level.
Functions describe
offline.
the world.
What? Oh, he must have just went offline. Let's raid Toggle Bit. We haven't raided Toggle Bit in a hot minute. Hold on, Justine.
You're good.
Oh my god, now I'm getting called. I acknowledged it, bitch. I don't know, I'm on call for the wrong team right now.
For the wrong team?
Yeah, I'm on call for my old team.
Oh.